Welcome to the Holy Scriptures Explained channel. The story of Cain and Abel is usually the first thing that comes to mind when someone mentions the descendants of Adam and Eve. But a lot of people tend to overlook other biblical stories about the other sons and daughters of Adam and Eve. In this video, I will be concentrating on these daughters of Adam and Eve, which are often overlooked. Who were these daughters? How many of them were there? I will examine and talk about the history of these daughters of Adam using the book of Jubilees, the Holy Bible, and the ancient traditions. Please don't hesitate to like and comment on this video. Also, subscribe to our channel for more captivating and engaging biblical stories. The riddle surrounding the daughters of Adam and Eve is one that is not frequently discussed by many theologians, biblical academics, and scholars, and even those who are more inquisitive about the sacred books. Reading the Bible usually involves concentrating on the two most well-known sons of Adam and Eve, Cain the firstborn and Abel the second. But while the biblical book in Genesis chapter 5 verses 4 and 5 offers fascinating details about the sons and daughters of Adam, they often forget that Adam and Eve had numerous daughters. According to the Bible, Adam lived for 800 years after giving birth to Seth, during which he fathered sons and daughters for a total of 930 years until his death. The names of Adam and Eve's daughters are not given in the Bible, although some of their names are mentioned in other writings from ancient Jewish customs. I will thus list some of Adam and Eve's daughters based on the book of Jubilees, in accordance with these antiquated Jewish customs, which provides insight into these lesser-known characters. For those who may not be aware, the book of Jubilees is sometimes referred to as the Little Genesis because of its association with the joyous term Jubilee. As a component of the Old Testament Apocrypha, it recounts the stories of several Old Testament figures, mostly from the book of Genesis, as well as the creation of the world and the development of Adam and Eve. The earliest manuscript to which we have access is not a modern one. It is from about 700 BCE. That manuscript, though, is a duplicate of an earlier piece. There are researchers who link the book of Jubilees to the book of Chronicles, implying that the text may have been penned by the scribe Ezra. On the other hand, the book of Jubilees asserts that Moses, who saw an angelic vision on Mount Horeb, was the genuine author of the book. Notably, the Bible records that Moses fasted without food or drink for 40 days and 40 nights while Moses was in God's presence on Mount Horeb. Because of the book's historical antiquity, we cannot rule out the likelihood that Moses was the true author. Several copies of the book of Jubilees are widely dispersed among the Israelites, thus giving it a substantial cultural presence. It also makes reference to the mysterious book of Enoch, an apocryphal book that was well known to early Christians and even included in their canon of scripture. This highlights the significance of not discounting the book of Jubilees because it records occurrences consistent with biblical narratives. Back to the story of Adam and Eve's daughters. Avan was the name of Adam and Eve's first daughter, according to a number of old Semitic Abrahamic traditions. The word Avan in Phoenician Hebrew means potency. Cain, who was also a son of Adam and Eve, had her as his first wife and sister. She had Cain's offspring. One of them was named Enoch, according to the book of Jubilees. One of Cain's achievements following his banishment for Abel's murder is described in the Bible, in which he built a city named after his son. In honor of his son, he named the city Enoch. The name Avan appears in the book of Jubilees and other Abrahamic writings. She is referred to as Kelima in some of these manuscripts, such as the Cave of Treasures. Thus, according to these stories, Kelima was the first daughter of Adam and Eve and the bride of Cain. Azura was the second daughter of Adam and Eve, according to a number of old Semitic customs. After Abel's death, Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, married Azura. The Hebrew name Seth has etymological roots, and its meaning could be related to the concept of compensation. This is very significant because after Abel's death at the hands of his brother Cain, Adam and Eve saw Seth as a divine atonement for Abel's death. In addition, Seth's lineage is very important in the Bible because it leads to Noah, who was essential to the flood narrative and humanity's survival. As a result, Seth and his spouse Azura served as a link in the family tree that links the genesis of humanity to later occasions and significant personalities in the Judeo-Christian tradition. One intriguing element found in the book of Jubilees is that Azura was Abel's first wife before he passed away, leaving her a widow. Following his coming of age, Seth wedded Azura, and from their union, Seth himself emerged as the lineage's first patriarch. According to the book of Jubilees, Azura was born in the 6th week of the 4th Jubilee, and she wed her brother Seth in the 5th week of the 5th Jubilee. She gave birth to a son named Enos in the 4th year of the 6th week. Enos later married Noam, his sister, and Seth and Azura's daughter, during the 3rd week of the 7th Jubilee after growing up. Enos, a son of Seth and Azura, is renowned for his religious lineage and unwavering commitment to worshiping the divine, as recorded in Genesis chapter 5 verse 6 to 11. This outlines Enos' ancestry and contains the majority of the Bible's references to him. Seth had Enos after living for 105 years. Seth lived for 807 years after conceiving Enos and produced sons and daughters. Seth died after a total of 912 years of his life. In her 90 years, Enosh gave birth to Kenan. Enos lived for 815 years after having Kenan and had sons and daughters during that time. Enos lived 905 years total, ending in his death. Enos' habit of prayer and mentioning God's name are the key qualities that are ascribed to him. At that point, people started to call on the name of the Lord. According to Genesis chapter 4 verse 20, Enos was instrumental in encouraging worship and devotion to God during the time he lived, which coincided with a period of spiritual and religious exploration among the descendants of Seth. Cain therefore married his sister Avin and created the Cain family, according to Semitic Jewish tradition and the Old Book of Jubilees. On the other side, Seth created the Seth lineage by marrying his sister Azura. Given that Adam lived for more than 800 years. Moreover, legend has it that Adam and Eve had a very large family, roughly 70 children or even more, according to some estimates. The book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 1 states clearly that several lovely daughters were born as Adam's offspring. Due to Adam and Eve, humanity has a common ancestor despite having a diverse range of ethnicities and races. This has contributed to the ethnic diversity of humanity. Thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Would like to hear from you about your thoughts on this topic in the comment section below. Also, if you have any topic about any biblical figure or character that you would like us to create a video about, you can also drop it in the comment section below. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you once again. Bye.